System failure. Pull over.
Welcome. Destination confirmed.
You have arrived at your destination. Have a great day.
Welcome back to Mind Over Investing, the show where we try to understand the tech that's shaping our world one thoughtful conversation at a time. I'm Amy, and today I have with me our resident tech enthusiast and fellow Tesla owner, Terry. Terry, thanks for joining me.
It's great to be here, Amy. I'm excited to dive into this.
So we both love our Teslas. They're beautiful, modern, and feel like a glimpse into the future. But today, we're talking about the one thing that gives us, and frankly, a lot of investors, a massive dose of heartburn, the future of Tesla's self-driving technology. Let's start with the big picture. From an investment perspective, why is Tesla's valuation so much higher than a traditional car company?
That's the million, or should I say trillion-dollar question. Tesla's valuation isn't based on car sales. It's based on the promise that it's actually a massive AI and robotics company. The core thesis is a future where Tesla operates a fleet of unsupervised, high-margin robotaxis. This promise of recurring revenue is the rocket fuel for the company's valuation. It's what elevates Tesla from a car manufacturer to a tech stock.
That makes sense. But this vision of a robotaxi future is predicated on its full self-driving system actually working. So what's the fundamental difference between what Tesla has today and what a true robotaxi needs?
That's a great question, and it's a huge point of confusion. You see, the industry has a clear way of categorizing these systems set by the Society of Automotive Engineers, or SAE. Tesla's FSD, for all its capabilities, is a Level 2 system. The key thing to remember here is that a Level 2 system always requires the human driver to be the failsafe. You must be attentive and ready to take over at any moment. A Level 4 system, on the other hand, which is what a true robotaxi is fundamentally different. The car is the failsafe, not the person in the driver's or passenger seat. It's designed to handle all driving tasks within a defined area without a human having to intervene.
And this is where Tesla's vision-only approach comes into question. They've built this system on the philosophy that if a human can drive with their eyes, so can a machine. Where does that philosophy fall short?
That's the key. The goal of a robotaxi isn't just to be as good as a human, it's to be better. To have superhuman perception and faster compute, with none of the distractions or fatigue that plague human drivers. While a car with cameras, LiDAR, and radar might have a camera temporarily blinded by a bright sun, the LiDAR and radar would continue to provide high-fidelity data about the object's location, speed, and shape. This sensor fusion gives the car super senses and the redundancy to navigate safely through a situation that would challenge any single sensor, including a human's eyes.
So, if a vision-only robotaxi is constantly facing situations where it can't get a clear picture, how would it react?
It would have to enter a minimal risk condition, MRC. This is a fallback protocol where the car pulls over to the side of the road and stops. While this is a safe action, it creates a fatal business problem. You can't have an on-demand taxi service that is constantly rendered inoperable by common weather conditions. Who would pay for a ride that stops halfway through because of a bit of rain? It's a solution to a safety problem that creates a business problem.
That's a perfect point. Let's talk about hardware. We know Tesla removed radar, but with Hardware 4, they've added it back. Why the change? And is this enough to solve the problem?
Adding a new high-resolution radar to Hardware 4 is an important concession. The new radar can detect objects and their velocity through adverse weather like fog and rain, which is a major improvement. But it's not a complete solution. Radar, by its nature, lacks the precision of LiDAR. It can tell the car that there's an object ahead, but it can't accurately classify it as a pedestrian, a cyclist, or a piece of road debris.
So what's the takeaway from all this for investors and consumers?
The key is to look at the other companies with Level 4 permits. Waymo, Zoox, and others have all embraced a multi-sensor approach. They use cameras, radar, and crucially, LiDAR. That's an expensive piece of hardware, but it gives them the redundancy and high-confidence object classification that's essential for a truly safe, unsupervised system. This is why these companies are already operating commercial robotaxi services in cities, while Tesla's robotaxi program is still in its infancy. Tesla's valuation is built on a philosophy that is still unproven, and that's a risk that every investor needs to understand.
It's a fascinating situation. As Tesla owners, we're rooting for the technology to succeed, but we have to recognize the risk of a bet on a technology that may have an inherent flaw.
It's a bold philosophy that may ultimately be proven right, but until then, the robotaxi promise remains just that, a promise.
And that's all the time we have for today. Join us next time on Mind Over Investing. If you like content like this, be sure to like and subscribe.